currently speaking. He's addressing the press. Let's cut across and find out.
The current figure of employment is about 40 million. There are various challenges before the construction sector, and the government has been trying over the last year to improve upon the functioning of the construction sector. If you recollect, we had simplified the arbitration law. We had now provided for fast-track arbitrations so that in a large number of infrastructure projects, the process of dispute redressal could be made easier. Establishment of commercial courts and having a commercial court division in every high court was one of the steps. So today an important proposal of the Niti Aayog came up before the cabinet and the same was approved. The proposal has several key features, but I'll just address you on the 5 important features in relation to the construction sector. The first proposal is that wherever there are disputes pending between public bodies and construction contractors under the old Arbitration Act, which was time consuming, there will be an option with consent to shift over to the new arbitration procedures, where there is a procedure for a cheaper and a quicker fast-track arbitral process. But the second aspect is the most important decision, that a large number of construction companies have, in relation to their projects against government bodies and public sector bodies, arbitral awards in their favor. Now, these awards have been challenged before the courts. The scope of challenge are now under law is quite limited. And as long as the challenge remains pending, even interest keeps mounting up. Today, the cabinet decided that when an award has been made and a public body is challenging the same against a margin-free bank guarantee being given by the contractor, 75% of the amount will have to be released to him. And this 75% of the amount will have to be spent by the contractor in completing the project and in discharging the bank and financial institutions' dues. If he has any surplus, then he can spend it on further expansion of his projects. Today, one of the key problems is that there are a large number of awards where payments have not been made, and consequently, the contractors have not been able to pay the banks. And therefore, it has adversely impacted the balance sheet of both the companies and the banks itself. As a result of which, the projects have come to a halt. So to give liquidity into this sector, where awards have been made against a margin-free bank guarantee, 75% of the monies would have to be released, and the same will have to be pumped either into the project or into the banks. And if anything is left thereafter, the same can be used for further projects. The third important decision is that in all new contracts relating to construction, there will be a conciliation board provision. And this conciliation board will comprise of independent subject experts. Now, this is being done for the reason that when commercial circumstances change and public servants are reluctant to participate in the renegotiations, there will be a contractual mechanism under which those terms could be renegotiated without bringing the projects to a standstill. The fourth suggestion is that in contracts which are entered into by public authorities and public bodies, the item rate contracts would be replaced by a turnkey contract. And a model draft turnkey contract proposal will be circulated. And lastly, the Department of Financial Services and the Reserve Bank of India would try and prepare a policy on how to deal with those companies which have got a lot of stressed assets in the real estate sector. We hope that a series of these decisions will pump in a lot of liquidity into the sector, activate real estate projects which have, and infrastructure projects which have been stranded for some time, and support the entire process of dispute resolution in relation to construction and real estate. And this is particularly because there is a huge employment potential. There is the sector itself is a very large contributor to GDP, and in future we need more housing, more urbanization, more commercial spaces. So this will take care of that. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any questions, please?
So,